Hi, my name is Mette. Today I would like to show you what women wore through the winter from the 1900s to the 1950s and how the everyday outfits changed through the decades. I have collected vintage clothing the most of my life and I love exploring how the fashion changed from the era to the next. And beside being a vintage nerd, I also run my own vintage-inspired shoe brand, Memory. So let's get started. First, I would like to show you an example from the Edwardian era. It's from around 1890 to the 1914. Winter fashion in the Edwardian era was all about warm layered pieces that followed the S-shaped silhouette. Undergarments included cotton or linen layers and a warm linen corset and woolen stockings and a long petticoat made from flannel. Women wore long woolen skirts with high-collared blouses and tailored bodices. For winter they added long woolen coats or walking jackets or ulster coats, and sometimes they also used fur capes. Accessories included fur collars, stoles, muffs, large felt hats, gloves and scarves. Footwear was lace-up boots or button boots and often worn with overshoes in snow and mud. Here I have recreated a wealthy Edwardian lady in winter clothing. She's wearing a black wool walking coat with a high-waisted long skirt. Along the inside hem is a skirt guard, a ribbon with bristles to protect against mud. Under her jacket is a silk blouse lined with cotton for extra warmth. Her accessory included leather gloves, a fur stole and a beaded bag and a fur muff and the typical Edwardian lace-up boots. I don't have any winter hat from this era, but this Edwardian straw hat gives the sense of the style. This was the Edwardian style. Now we will jump into the 1920s. In the 1920s, fashion became looser and straighter. Hemlines rose and skirts reached mid-calf and the ankles became visible. Winter coats had white labels or cocoon shapes, often trimmed with fur. Women wore straight wool dresses, simple skirts, cardigans and pullovers. Clock hats, leather gloves, scarves and small handbags completed the look. For winter footwear, lace-up boots or Mary Janes with gaiters were common. This mannequin wears a classic early 1920s winter look. She's wearing a short jacket made from artificial fur with a big collar, big buttons and a belt. Underneath she is wearing a straight wool skirt and a wool cardigan with a very oversized collar. She finishes the look with a silk-draped clock hat and beautiful leather gloves. This outfit represents the typical mid-1920s winter style. She's wearing a long tube-shaped coat with white-green labels and big buttons, and inside she has a flannel lining for warmth and comfort. For accessories, she is wearing a green matching clock hat, a big fur cape and a muff, and Mary Jane shoes paired with gaiters for the perfect flapper look. The 1930s brought back the natural waist and the soft feminine lines. Skirts were mid-calf, shoulders slightly padded, and coats long, tailored and often belted, still commonly with fur collars. This early 1930s winter outfit features a winter coat with a muff and a fur stole. Underneath she is wearing a mid-calf length wool skirt with a pullover with a small collar. Her undergarments include a silk or rayon slip, hand-knitted underwear and wool stockings. Her footwear would have been lace-up shoes or ankle boots with overshoes in wet weather. She completes the look with a felt tilt hat, a bag and white gloves. And now let's move to the 1940s. In the 1940s, rationing shaped the winter wardrobes. Clothing had to be simple, practical and economical. Coats were long, straight and wool, often repurposed from old garments, and fur trim nearly disappeared. Dresses were knee or mid-calf length and often made from wool and rayon. Skirt suits with broad shoulders remained in style, and hand-knitted cardigans and pullovers became essential. Accessories stayed simple: small sculptural hats, berets, gloves, scarves and plain handbags. Footwear had to be sturdy, so women wear ankle boots or lace-up shoes and sometimes with galoshes in wet weather. This mannequin shows a typical wartime outfit made from reused material. This coat is made from fabric taken from an old men's tailcoat. Underneath, she wears a striped wool dress with small details from leftover fabrics and a home-knit Fair Isle cardigan. She pairs it with woolen stockings and a small knitted beret and a scarf. Her footwear is sturdy lace-up shoes with a military heel. This was the 1940s, now we will go to the new look and the 1950s. After the war in 1947, the old-new look brought back the feminine silhouette. Fitted waist, soft shoulders and wide skirts. Winter coats followed the same shape. Long, wool, belted and often trimmed with fur. Women wore full skirts or pencil skirts with sweaters, blouses, twin sets or tailored suits. Underwear included a corset, slip or petticoat in cotton or nylon. Nylon stockings became the standard, but wool stockings were also used in very cold weather. Accessories included gloves, wool or silk scarves, handbags, fur stoles or muffs, felt hats, beret, pillbox hats and knitted winter hats. Footwear ranged from elegant high heels to practical lace-up shoes and also in ankle boots. This mannequin is a new look late 1940s, early 1950s outfit. She's wearing a classic swing coat with broad shoulders, very slim waist and a wide hem. Underneath is a wool dress with a full skirt and a cardigan. Accessories include a black fur stole with matching hat and muff and gloves. This second look features a wool swing coat with a soft boxy silhouette. Underneath is a black pencil wool skirt with a matching twin set. Her accessories include a red handbag, leather gloves, a felt hat and red pumps to match. On rainy days, women often wore rubber overshoes to protect their elegant shoes. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this little trip through winter fashion history. If you love vintage styles as much as I do, you can explore my vintage inspired collection on my webshop.